used to want me. I'm gonna let it go, just let it be. Why don't you be you?
No, so we just got our biodynamic certification. It's a 3-year process, and within 3 years we have to prove that there are no existence of carcinogens or anything left, and that all of the organisms that are in the soil are natural to the estate. So while that was happening, like, we couldn't tread lightly, basically.
Couldn't build.
Yeah, couldn't build. Not a lot of traffic. Couldn't do vineyard tours or anything like that. We're really trying to preserve the whole place. So now that we have it, though, we are pursuing our building permit. So hopefully this time next year we'll have at least broken ground, and we'll see. So I'm going to start on this end now. This is our Calera clone Pinot Noir. So you kind of started with a blend of 7 different Pinot Noirs, then you went to 2 different Pinot Noir clones, and now you're going to have a singular focus Pinot Noir clone. So in 2015, this one showed to be the most incredible of all the Pinot Noirs. This and congratulations, and this one, and I'm sorry that I keep reaching over you. There's no real graceful way to. This is the Calera clone Pinot Noir. And so we did 100% Calera clone Pinot Noir. This one sees about 55% whole cluster fermentation, which means we put 55% of the whole clusters right in the barrel. I'm actually gonna have to reach across you one more time. And 50% new French oak. So we use new French oak pretty much across the board. This one we made 80 cases of, about 3 barrels. And it's one of our allocated wines. So we do win a lot of awards, and we are getting a lot of attention from sommeliers and the press. So most of our wines are allocated directly to our club memberships and our mailing list. They don't even let me take a bottle of this one.
You guys made it all across the US?
So we are, there's a little leftover at the end of the night. Sorry. So to answer your question, we are a little bit. We have 3 wines that are in distribution. Our Legend Red Blend, which you'll have an opportunity to taste at the end. That Estate Pinot Noir that you tasted, we're in a few very, very select wine bars around the country. And then our Chardonnay, we have a little bit around the country as well. But for the most part, it's the Legend. The Legend actually makes up half of our case production. So we're 3,000 cases in total, and the Legend is about 1,500. But we will appear on wine lists once in a while. We were the red wine sponsor for Aspen this year, and so I know we have a bunch of accounts there. But usually it's like New York, DC, Atlanta is a huge market for us, LA, and San Francisco. Yeah. Well, cheers. Enjoy the Calera.
Thank you.
Because we don't have to go through a vendor, and Biddy's will let you return stuff. Biddy's is the best in the Midwest. Mm-hmm. It's huge, and most places won't let you buy cases of wine and return them, but they will. So I'll keep an eye out.
And they give you discounts for cases, and that's so cool though.
Yeah.
So I just wrote down. I'm gonna call a couple of the local ones by me and see if they have any of it.
Yeah, the woman that I'm working with, her name's Barbara Herman. I don't know if that matters at all, but I think she kind of is the wine director there. But yeah,
that would be really good for some gifts.
I know, that would be fun.
So this is our Syrah. I poured a little bit of a larger pour on this one because it's so delicious.
Thank you.
This is so now we're on to kind of the Rhone side of our estate. You saw the Pinots, and now we also have our Rhones. We are really unique in that there is no other winery, especially on as small of a plot of land, that is doing Pinot Noirs and Rhone varietals, and we're really just lucky because of the weather system that's there. If you look in these guys here, I have a little map of what our estate kind of looks like. So, like I said, tucked between the Mayacamas and Annandale State Park, that red splotch, that's us. So we're low lying. We get this gorgeous fog that rolls through. The Pinot loves it. The Rhone thinks it's in the Côte de Rhone. And this was actually done in a Northern Rhone style. So it's not 100% Syrah. It has a little bit of a Roussin co-ferment. So Roussanne is a white grape that originates from the Côte du Rhône, and we grow that on our estate. So we have Viognier and Roussanne as well, and so this has a co-ferment, which means in that barrel we put a few clusters of Roussanne in there, and the effect is to cut through the intensity and the harsh acidity of a Syrah, really soften it, brighten it up, give it a nice acid balance, and I just love this one.
It's really good.
I get excited every time I go. We also just debuted all of our new fall releases this weekend, so you guys timed your visit.
Lucky us.
Well,
Yeah. And it's a good
Put this one on the wall.
Charlotte likes it literally
my
like
parents will travel
clumping together. They're so close. I love it. Charlotte is like
I like this big
liberal and Whitefish Bay.
Get her this one. This one's good.
This one is really good.
Yeah.
It's just, I mean, they're both
Yeah.
wonderful communities, but Charlotte's a little bit more like.
Does she like red or white?
I
like
It's a nice winter red. So this is our Morbid, and I know, take your time, there's no rush at all. So this is our Morbid. It's 100% Morbid from the estate, and this one was fermented about 55% whole cluster, so you're gonna get a lot of that fruit action in there. Morbeds are interesting because the first impulse when you're drinking it is to be like, this is a Cab or this is a Syrah, and it's definitely neither. It's more the dark horse of the Rhones is the way I like to think of it. It's very high maintenance, it's very fussy, it is very codependent, it likes to be with its Rhone brothers, Syrah and Grenache. That's why I like it so much.
I like the way she describes
But-
Yeah, I love that.
Yeah.
Great.
Sounds like 2 out of 3 of my kids.
Yeah. It's not typical.
Yeah.
So this one is definitely harder to make, which is why you don't see as much of it. And it's kind of an interesting palate. It has that heaviness and that
Yeah.
weight on the mid palate, but then it doesn't have that tannic kind of punch at the end. It's actually very smooth, and it's a date wine. It's like velvety and sexy a little bit. This one will age nicely, though it is drinking beautifully right now. We made about 80 cases of this, so this is another one of our allocated wines. Just a beautiful, easy drinking, and I always get excited to introduce people to Morbid because I do feel like it's a special wine. So, cheers.
You haven't
Oh,
gotten
did you
yours
not
yet.
get it? She's never really You already know.
Yeah, she's like into it.
It's really good. This is the Morbid? Yeah, this is the Morbid.
Thank you.
It's really good.
More bad.
My first Morbid
Oh, this is the blend.
as a non-wine connoisseur.
This is gonna be very interesting.
Cheers.
Cheers. There's no pressure.
See, I don't know if it's more bad. That doesn't sound good.
What do you think?
I like it.
What do you like about it?
Good.
What do you like about it?
How is it different from the other?
It's
You didn't
not
get
watery at all.
You didn't
Oh,
get
that's
that
good.
tannin.
That's a good start. That's a good
Not,
start.
not mushroom.
It makes me crave cheese and crackers.
What kind of cheese and crackers? That's very important.
Pepper jack.
Okay.
Probably.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Very good.
It's great.
Super good.
It is in fact really good with
It is.
Make it on the blog.
Okay.
I threw some thumbs up on there.
Cheese and crackers.
Cheese and crackers.
Pepper jack.
To recap.
So we're gonna have pepper jack cheese with it and some crackers. Okay.
At dinner, we want to be the appetizer.
This is our Legend Red Blend. This is just your good old-fashioned red blend. We set out to make something that would ultimately be delicious. I think they did a very good job of that. So this is what is in if you ever see Westwood out in the wild, this is what you'll see for the most part. We wanted something that would get Rhone into people's hands. A lot of people like Cabernet Sauvignon, or they like Sauvignon Blanc or whatever, and this is an opportunity to kind of contend and be like, there's Rhones too. So this is the Legend Red Blend. It is a blend of all the Rhones on our estate, so Syrah, Grenache, Morbid, Cunoise, and a little bit of Tannat in there as well for texture. The whole idea is for it to be legendary. So
See, like I said, I'm more of a robust flavor. This is a lot lighter than I'm.
lighter.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think sometimes Grenache
Really?
is the background to this, and Grenache can sometimes fall lighter on the palate. But it's definitely meant to be accessible. Like, it's funny, I've been going back and forth and talked to our winemaker about it. Like, should we pour the Legend before we pour the Mourvedre? And he's like, no, because you want to see the individual parts and then kind of see the blend all together. But Grenache does thin it out in the sense that it's not going to be as meaty.
Yeah.
But it's also what makes it a really good burger wine. If you like burgers.
Who doesn't like burgers?
I do love a
What kind of food
burger.
I'd pair?
You don't.
We're in California,
I don't eat beef.
so veggie burgers, I'm sure.
The tofu burger.
Yeah, I was gonna say I don't eat
Underrated.
beef, so
Yeah, or I almost said lamb
beef
burger. I'm like, go grab lamb. It's pretty similar.
Turkey burger.
Veggie burgers. Did you have a question? This fruit, so that it would be rosé early in the season when it had a little less sugar. We wanted a bone dry provincial style rosé. I think you nailed it.
thank you.
My pleasure.
A little early review over there.
End of the night, sorry.
A little early review.
So we haven't even started to drink
Take your
A
word
little
for it.
early review.
Put that on the floor.
Put that on the blog.
So the early review of the rosé is delicious.
Cheers to the rosé.
Rosé.
Cheers.
Smells wonderful.
It's a dry rosé. Just like you said, it's a dry rosé.
Megan's review.
It's excellent, I think.
This is nice.
And the rosé now.
Oh, that's really good.
Yeah, we literally are at the end of this vintage. We have maybe 8 or 9 cases of it left. So it's actually a really good. I'm bringing this to Thanksgiving dinner. It seems counterintuitive, but rosé is actually
totally.
great at Thanksgiving for some reason.
So take
So-
the edge off of the family stuff.
No,
This
it
one-
actually
this is like a personal size bottle.
Yeah. It's not for anybody else.
it pairs really well with turkey.
I should
Actually,
have made this in
Slash family conflict.
yeah. So I have a question. I know I'm on the club, but can I also add a bottle of this?
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, I think I want to
Yep.
too.
Yes.
You want one?
Wow.
Did you say you want 1 or 2?
One.
1. Awesome.